Hey guys, so in this video it's going to be a bit of a tutorial, and I've just gone ahead and sketched out the reference image. So I'll just be using a compressed charcoal block, and on my reference image anything that's solid black, which I've already kind of indicated in the sketch, I'll just be putting down a layer of compressed charcoal. Using my finger, I'm just going to go ahead and just blend that until it's a nice solid black. Just taking my time. You will find your hands can get a little bit messy and a little bit of grease will build up. But just go ahead, take a little break, go wash your hands and then come back and your hands will be nice and dry. So I'm just going to repeat this process. Just layering down all that lovely solid black and just blending it out. You'll notice what I'm doing here is I can then run my finger on the solid black and just create a few basic gradients, and this will add a little bit more texture to the overall piece. The image I selected is a high contrast image, as I thought that this would be the best one for this demonstration, and I cropped the image just focusing in on the eyes. Bonus points if you can tell me who the eyes belong to. But yeah, just being nice and loose, just blending in all that solid black. I'm really confident that if anyone was to kind of follow this step by step, you will be able to achieve the same results. And if you have watched my previous video on the late Shane McGowan, this is pretty much exactly how I went about creating that piece. Using the solid black as my palette, I can just drag out that solid black and create a few basic gradients. It normally gives you your mid to light tone. I always waffle on a lot about high contrast, and for me it's just how I personally like to work. But I hope now, maybe in the next couple of videos, I'm going to be kind of changing my charcoal game a little bit and focusing on a wee bit more kind of gestural stuff. So this will probably be like the last video for a while, doing these big solid charcoal pieces. But yeah, just going to continue that same process, filling down the black areas with my compressed charcoal, blending it out and just adding in a few little kind of basic tones, creating a little bit of texture. When you're using your palm and fingers to do a piece like this, don't worry too much about getting it really accurate, you know? You can be a little bit loose and yeah, kinda if you feel like you want to add in a few extra little textures, just go ahead with it, just go with the flow. It doesn't have to be perfect, because once you stand back and look at this, it'll all come together. In this piece, I'm kind of emphasizing my finger marks as well. I want to showcase that it was done with my fingers, and on close inspection, yeah, I think it just adds an extra little quality to the overall piece. So I'm finished with my compressed charcoal now. I've gotten all the solid blacks down. I'm going to move on to one of my favorite mediums, and that's my willow stick. And willow is beautiful to work with as it's super soft. With the willow, you can be a wee bit more loose, as willow is very easy to erase. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting all that willow down and where I think the medium tones are, And then what I'll do is I'll then blend that willow into the solid charcoal, giving me a beautiful gradient. And if I need to darken up a few areas, I'll just go back in with my compressed charcoal, and then I'll just blend that nicely into the willow. Any ideas who the eyes belong to yet? Just drop it in the comments. Bonus points if you can tell me who it is. I personally like to add a layer of graphite powder down at the end. Now, graphite is a different medium and it does have a shine to it, so I'm always very careful about just putting it on kind of the whiter areas, as the graphite will give me my lightest tone. But just be careful if you are putting it on the solid black, as it will leave a shine. But if you do have a shine, just add a little bit more compressed charcoal and blend it into the graphite. So now I'm going to go in with my eraser and just create all them little white highlights. I have kind of cut a few shapes into my eraser just to give me a few little different types of textures. And with the graphite powder, the eraser will just lift it and I'll get all these beautiful little kind of highlights. I do go into a lot more detail in using the eraser in my skull video, and I do recommend going back and giving that one a watch, as it's a pretty good tutorial. But yeah, just for this video, I just wanted to give you guys an overall kind of demonstration from start to finish using the solid charcoal, some willow, a bit of graphite, and then creating some highlights. So pretty much there we go. We've pretty much finished this video, and yeah, very happy with the results, and I think you guys should have a good understanding of how I achieved it. But I want to wish everyone super happy Christmas, and I'll see you all in the next video. One love.